And welcome back to Who Would Win. I'm a little late, but they're going to be up before I go to bed. I got to pre-record my other videos for tomorrow, too. So, this one comes from us from Caesar Alcaraz, who asked the question, who wins fight Samara versus Sauron? I'm guessing because of the emphasis on the S's in their names, Sauron, Samara, because I feel like this is kind of a no-brainer question. But for argument's sake, Samara Morgan was a child that, I can't remember when she was born exactly, but she was born, let's see, Ring came out in 2000, she's like a 12-year-old, so born basically late 80s, early 90s, and she is described, even when she was alive, as being an evil girl, as just there was something evil about her, and she was ultimately drowned in her family well. Well, her spirit lived on through a videotape, and anyone who watched the videotape had 7 days to live before she came out and killed them. Samara is essentially what's the term? What's the name of a vengeful spirit? Because there is no word for it. Because you get a wrath? No, she's not a wraith. Is she? Poltergeist? I don't know if there's an actual terminology for what Samara actually... Because you have poltergeists, which are, violent hauntings. You have just spirits. You have lost souls. So I don't know exactly what Samara actually qualifies as in terms of her classification of spirit. I think vengeful spirit might fall into that category. Yeah. Oh, she was the vengeful spirit of a young girl. Yeah, so vengeful spirit. Yeah. I'm looking up her right now. In terms of... In 1970, a woman named Evelyn Osorio was held captive in a basement by a sexually perverted priest, raped, and gave birth to Samara, basically. So she's actually born in the 70s. But in terms of what Samara actually does, that's actually... It's not really, at least in the movies, flat out said how she kills you. Only that when she comes out, you die. That's basically it. I think, I can't remember if someone, say, in one of the movies was able to avoid her through just, not being around anything with a reflective surface. But I know that in the movie Rings, the most recent one, she, basically what was happening was everyone, it was like a club that voted to the video, and everyone was basically doing the old chain thing. So it's like a chain letter. You make a copy of the tape, and you send it to someone else. And then they watch it, and so forth and so on. And then, hypothetically speaking, if that person were to die, then that's the end of the chain. Chain breaks after that. And they, in theory, shouldn't come after you after that. But in terms of what Samara does, she's a spirit, which means normal physical attacks aren't going to do anything against her, theoretically. She apparently takes a physical form. Or at least, if Scary Movie 3 were a measure of realistic, but that's a parody, obviously. She seems to have sort of some physical presence in the movie. But what it is, I don't know if you could actually make physical contact with her, if you could throw a punch at her or not, and it would do anything. Most likely, no. But the one thing we do have to kind of gauge what it is, I believe, because both The Ring and The Grudge, which are kind of similar but not, are both actually from Japanese horror. I believe, I don't know if it's in the movie or in some novelization, they explain that what Samara's ability seems to be is it's a supernatural virus that it basically just causes your heart to beat so fast you basically just have a heart attack and die. Now, apparently you also get warped and grotesque at the same time, probably from Samara's evil magic or whatever. But, no one's ever been able to survive, seeing her or having her summoned. Even blind people aren't safe, because the idea is that if you see her, but what the priest did, the Burke, the character from the Rings movie, who was her father, he blinded himself so that she wouldn't be able to do that. She wouldn't be able to kill him. Unfortunately, she's actually able to reverse blindness. She will force you to look at her. But in theory, I guess, if you were just keeping your eyes closed, she's not gonna be able to do anything to you. Like if I just keep my eyes closed the whole time and she's not able to make me open my eyes, well, I guess she won't be able to do anything. But unfortunately, she's still gonna probably be there the whole time because she's a spirit. She can just wait her ass out all she wants. So yeah, Samara's not a friendly customer by any stretch of the means, but she's not really the most difficult to get to take on. And that's why we'll look at this suggestion and go, who are you expecting? Or do you honestly think Samara is going to kill Sauron? So Sauron, for those of us who actually aren't really aware of Sauron's actual background, Sauron was obviously the ruler of Mordor, the dark ruler of Mordor. In terms of what he's capable of doing, it's a little vague what his actual power set is, but Sauron is actually a Maya. And that is the same group of beings that Saruman and Gandalf are. He is actually of the same race of beings that Gandalf is from. Now, Gandalf is a wizard, and wizard itself isn't technically a race. But in terms of what he's actually... Sauron was among the mightiest of the Maiar, originally of those people. He acquired great scientific knowledge of the world's substances and knows how to use them. He retains this knowledge throughout his reign as Dark Lord of Middle-earth, using it to forge the One Ring, construct the fortress of Barad-dûr. I can't do pronunciation. If I heard it, I'd probably be able to get it down. Sauron is also seen pretty linked to the use of fire. As Morgoth's chief lieutenant, he's able to tap into the fires of the earth with great value. Among Sauron's chief powers were deception in the skies. A lot of the trickery and tomfoolery, if you will. At the end of the first age, he took on the form of bear form to appeal to the captain of the host of the Valar. Just going through everything here. He's extremely manipulative, twisted, all that. He was a great teacher in the ways of magic, also able to offer training in necromancy and other arts of sorcery. An interesting dichotomy is set up between his deceptive nature and his symbol. While rarely appearing personally and seeming all but the most wary, he represented himself as an all-seeing eye that could pierce all disguises. The extent and nature of his specific powers... the extent and nature of specifics of Sauron's power are largely left to the imagination. And that's the thing here. Like Morgoth, he's capable of altering his physical substance, the physical substance of the world around him with mere will or effort. Sauron is extremely powerful. Basically, besides like the basic stuff we just read, and apart from being extremely powerful physically wise, especially if he had the One Ring, Sauron can kind of just do whatever a wizard or magic folk would be capable of doing. That is what Sauron's capability is, and he's among the most powerful in the Middle-earth who can do that. So, let's get it out of the way right now. Samara, I do not believe, has the ability to kill Sauron. Now, her ability still works on normal people. I imagine a lot of the people of, a lot of the folks of Middle-earth would, fall prey to her ability. But her ability is still supernatural, and magics are stronger beings would probably either be immune or at least resistant to her. People like Gandalf, Sauron, Elrond, they would probably all be resistant. They're far older than her, have no magic, wiser beyond, and just mentally stronger than most people. Then you add in someone like Sauron or Lady Galadriel, and now you're dealing with individuals who probably aren't even going to be fazed by her. So, yeah, this is kind of a no-brainer. She comes out, tries her things, and Sauron's just amusing. And then just takes the spirit and just kind of subjugates her. Just this is actually kind of an interesting little tool. Let me see here. Just kill someone. I'm going to make use of you. And just kind of imprisons her. Yeah, this is a very sad fight for Samara. She's like, I'm scary. Kill. Uh-huh. And so either he just kills her, destroys her spirit, or worse yet, subjugates her and uses her abilities for his own. It's kind of for me, it's kind of a no-brainer fight in this case. But anyway, I digress. Sauron takes the win. Does anyone disagree? Let me know in the comments below. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.